Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Hansen from First United Methodist Church of Elgin, and this is our weekly motivational moment from the Bible. I've been a part of this church for about 23 and a half years, and yes, that's a Christmas tree behind me. At my house, we figured it's 2020 and we can have Christmas as soon as we wanted. This week, our scriptures are basically dedicated to making mistakes. The story in 2 Samuel chapter 11, verses 2 through 27, is about the time that David got a woman pregnant and had her husband killed as a way to try to cover it up. Yikes. Every time I would hear that story growing up, I would think that it's just about the worst thing that David could have possibly done. Every decision that David made was the wrong decision, and it kept getting worse and worse until he dug himself into a deeper and deeper hole. One bad decision led to another, and everything kept spiraling and snowballing until someone else actually had to die as a result of David's bad decisions and mistakes. Did he know better? Yes. Did he do it anyway? Also yes. The second piece of scripture that we're focusing on this week is Romans chapter 7, verses 14 through 20. Basically, in this scripture, Paul is saying, I don't know why I do what I do, but for some reason, I'm doing it anyway. I know better than to do the things I'm doing, but somehow I find myself doing the exact same thing that I knew I wasn't supposed to do. Well, I think that one's a little bit more relatable. Honestly, who hasn't been in one of those moments where we stop to think to ourselves, wait a minute, I know better. I'm better than this. Why am I doing this? Maybe it's eating a third donut when you were only supposed to have one. Maybe it's being unkind to a friend or family member or a coworker. Maybe it's spending an hour scrolling through social media when you were supposed to be recording a video for church. The point is, we've all been there, probably more than once. So, overall, I think that there's a clear difference between knowing right from wrong and choosing to make the right decision. Sometimes, just like Paul, we're going to make the wrong decision even when we know it's right. And sometimes, just like David, one bad decision is going to lead to another until we've dug ourselves into a hole so deep that we don't even know how to get out. Except hopefully not as bad as David, because like I said before, yikes. But there's one thing that's a fundamental part of our faith and something that I often find myself forgetting. That thing is that we're forgiven for all our mistakes, and that the faith that we're part of tells us to show the same forgiveness to the people around us. And if we can forgive the people around us, why not try forgiving ourselves too? So what does this all mean? We do the wrong thing even when we know what's right, and even though we know that God forgives us for being this way, it can still be hard to forgive ourselves for making mistakes. When this happens, it can be easy to feel frustrated and angry with ourselves. So the goal isn't for us to be perfect on any given day, because I have some unfortunate news, that's never going to happen. Even if we know right from wrong, we're never going to be able to choose the right decision 100% of the time. The goal is to get up and try again and to be better tomorrow than we were today. The fact that we're forgiven means we have this opportunity, and we don't have to be perfect, and we're not expected to. God doesn't expect us to, so we can't expect that of ourselves either. Have a good week, everyone.